Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the gold standard run of Dark Souls. This run is going to be an evaluation of the difficulty of Dark Souls, and we're going to be playing the remastered version of the game on Xbox One. Now, if you're not familiar with the nitty-gritty points of the run, I have a video that's up on my channel coming before this, and it explains everything in detail. Or you can check the description. I'll be sure to leave at least a handful of the rules. I can't fit them all, but I can put a few of the general ones in. So I'm going to be your host, and I'm going to take us through very early walkthrough of the game. Yeah. I just logged in a moment ago, and I was getting started. And man, did it ask me like a billion questions about logging in. I was testing the sound, so everything should be fine now, but it was a little funky when I initially went on. How do I get... There we go. That could be weird. Let's see here. And I'm somewhat ambidextrous, so... You know, I've always wanted to do this. This is probably going to screw me up, but I feel like the block really should be the trigger, simply because you hold down the block button and you just press the parry button. So I'm going to give that a try. This decision is probably going to do nothing but screw me over. Ooh, look at that, we're moving. Okay. So there's no restriction on what class I can play, but I've already got my character mapped out, and we're going to go with the Deprived. And I'm going to take the Master Key because there are certain items that I want to access at a certain point in the game. And I know that sounds very vague, but as I've gone through all of the details, I don't quite remember where everything is going to be accessible, so it's just going to be easier to have the Master Key, so I don't have to wait to get to certain items if necessary. Wow, they didn't really change this much. And the character creator is kind of... Well, I think plenty's been said about it already. I'm probably going to go with something along these lines. Brown. Ooh, light brown. In some ways, I'm going to be trying to recreate the first character I made when I first played the game a couple years ago. I'm going to go with that for right now. Actually, let's see. What are we going to look like when we're in a suit of armor? I guess I'll just go slim. Keep it simple. Oh, I can't believe I went around the long way. Okay. Now for the name. Sometimes I can come up with really creative names, but since this is the gold standard run, it's supposed to be as basic and general and, well, standardized as you can imagine. That's why I'm going with Jane Shepherd. I'm sure a handful of you might know what that's in reference to. Let's see if we can work with this a little bit. No. Oh. Now, I tend to like... Oh my god, it's just getting worse with every click of the button. Holy shit. What is happening? Well, here's your entertainment for the evening. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Jeez. Alright, now usually I'm pretty picky about... Let's not go to quite such extremes. I'm not quite so picky, or I tend to be very picky when I customize my characters. Usually it's like a whole evening, and I spend a lot of time on it, and even sometimes leading into the next day. But I'm not going to do that this time, because I want to get things moving, and the character creator is the same as the last one, so it's going to be exceptionally difficult. Well... No. Let's see. We can adjust it slightly. Maybe like her nose, like, goodness. It's just so huge, like... I feel like this helped slightly. Nostrils. Spiders look more normal. There we go. That out. Eyes are pretty puny too. Maybe we should make those a bit bigger. I love this song. Whoa. This is starting to look pretty good. Eyebrow thickness. Trying to give them a little bit more color. That's good. The mouth. Lip color, yeah, it's very very pink. And I don't mind the blush, but maybe I need more red. I guess I'll settle with that. What color? Darken that up a bit. Okay. I think we're looking pretty good. One other thing. Oh, her eye color. Where do I find that? Really feeling like her eyes should just be lighter. I can barely see. I can't believe they didn't change that about the game. Like, still really difficult to see your character. Talk about preserving the original intent. Okay, we are set. Let's begin. Let's see. While the prologue's going, I'm going to go over a few things. That way we don't have to just sit.
A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting.
So I guess I'll go over just a couple of the rules to refresh. I'll be doing things like I I can't bring any helpful summons. I have restrictive item usage. I have to level up only after I defeat a boss. I get to level up 3 times with that. There's an equipment upgrade clause, which means you have to consume soul items in addition to using Titanite to upgrade your weapons. There's ring requirements. You can only have 2 rings equipped at any time. You only get to pick 2 rings, and that's all you get to use. You learn magic at specific levels. You'll gain a new spell. And then there's specific requirements to when you fight certain bosses and the equipment you get for that. Let's see. So I'll be starting with that. Okay, I can do that.
The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights.
This cutscene looks the same as far as I can tell.
Easily forgotten.
You know, it was probably the weakest launch I'd ever been to. And I've been to some pretty weak launches, like for Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm not going to go there. Not going to talk about that game, but yes, I was one of those poor saps. But yeah, nobody showed up until 9 o'clock came around. And then there was only like 4 people, so I guess it makes sense because it's a remaster, like I've already played it. But yeah, I got home a little bit ago, messed around trying to get the audio to work, and then it took me a little bit longer to get set up because, this is new. I've done some practicing, but you forget things, like I want to make sure I have like water next to me, I want to make sure I peed before I start playing. You know, your liquid bodily concerns gotta be addressed.
Thus began the Age of Fire.
That looks better, but maybe it's just my imagination at this point.
The flames will fade, and only dark will remain.
Yeah, for this video, what I'm gonna cover, I'm going to go through the prologue, which is going to be the Asylum Demon, and then I'm going to run around the Undead Burg for a little bit in Firelink Shrine and just get my character into the position that they need to be for the run. And I know I'm calling it a run, but this is going to be a fairly slow playthrough. I'm not going to rush anything. I want to make sure I cover everything, and I'm sort of going to be reliving some nostalgia a bit. And my first playthrough of this game was very long, as I think it is for most people, because you're constantly like peering around corners and like shivering. I'm not going to be doing the shivering part, but you know, I'm going to take my time with it. I'm not going to worry about rushing through, because the other thing is, like, I'm doing these not simply because there's like I have some massive following that's watching. Like I know there isn't at this point at the time of recording, but I wanted to do it because, like, when I first played this game, it was like 2015 or something like that. It was a couple years ago, and long after the game had come out, so there's pretty much nobody on it. And you know, naturally I was pretty lost in like, what is going on with this game? It's crazy. And then I found Let's Play Dark Souls HD, Trace's walkthrough. It's the expert walkthrough for Dark Souls. Oh wow, I don't look so haggard in this version. I actually look somewhat human. Maybe that'll change in a moment. But yeah, I watched his expert walkthrough, and it was super informative, very helpful. Got me through a good chunk of the game. So, ew. Oh, that looked depressing. So yeah, it's just kind of, it was nice to sort of like, you know, like have all those late nights with like, you know, some dim candles, some hot chocolate, playing Souls, watching some tutorial videos. Ooh, I gotta change the angle on that. hold on a second. Y-axis. There we go. And I want to see. Yeah, punch him. With that. Vote begins. But yeah, I want these videos to be something that maybe someone will find, you know, 5 to 10 years from now, and they pick up the game, they had heard things about it, or didn't really know too much. Let's see. And it could kind of be a nice memory that they can share. You know, those afternoons where you're just kind of like, got a bowl of mac and cheese, you're playing some Souls, that kind of thing. I don't know, that's just kind of my vision for it. So I'm not going to be explaining. Oh, I should probably turn that off. I'll leave it for now. This isn't going to be me explaining the game though. Like, it's mostly for, I guess you could say, veterans, or just people who are experienced with the PvE of the game. I'm going to be doing an evaluation of the difficulty, in particular the bosses. And then I'll also be pointing out like memories, and I'll also be sharing, I mean, the playthrough as a test, right? Because I haven't... Yeah, hurry up, buddy, hurry up. Look at him. Sluggishly going around the corner. Ah. Look at that. What a fail. It almost feels weird to play. This is gonna take a little getting used to. But yeah, it could be a nice, nice thing to have. I love this moment here.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the Undead Asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Poor Oscar. But yeah, so I don't, okay, so yeah, if you're new, you haven't played a Souls game before, or you haven't played this one before, I highly recommend the Let's Play Dark Souls HD, the expert walkthrough for Dark Souls. I think that would be a far better tutorial. Mine is going to be talking about some of the more nitty-gritty specifics, and then I'm imposing like ooh. You know what? I don't think I want to make that adjustment after all. It's just, oh yeah. I was thinking it would be cool, but you know what? Let's. In theory, it feels like it makes sense for you to. How do I change it now? Button settings. There we go. Yeah. Left in action block. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put it that. Oh, jeez. There we go. Action toggle. Okay. Yeah, I'm too used to it. Too many other Souls games do it this way. Oh, fail. See if we can get this guy. Aww. Come on. Come on. There we go. I'm gonna be a little slow at first. I'm gonna be having to gather my bearings. It's been a while since I played a Souls game. Well, not too long since I played Dark Souls 3. But it's been a really long time since I played this one. Oh. Well, at least I got some damage. Oh, well, this is an interesting fight. Look at him just trying to butt summon the whole thing. What is he doing? Oh, he was gonna change it up and I cut him off. Too bad. Be wary of demon. Did that message honestly expect me to run all the way here and then? Oh, I wonder if you start the game if he can he land on you, the asylum demon? That would be interesting. The lost undead. Good stuff. Now I'm kind of wondering if I should do a little bit of a breakthrough of a tutorial. If I do, like, explain all the rules, I mean, that might be nice to have as, like, a record. Sometimes it's refreshing to just sort of, like, talk about everything in its most basic form. But then other times it could be like, okay, get on with it. But this run isn't supposed to be a run. It's more like a walk or a stroll. So, I don't know.
Lordran.
Wow, the sky looks a lot better. Okay, whoa. Taking off. Alright. Okay, I don't have quite enough. But I think that can change. Okay, so I know I'm supposed to level up right after defeating a boss, but there are a few things I need to take care of first. Ooh, the bell's ringing. Someone already took on the gargoyles.
Hello there.
Oh yes, the PvP. So I will not be doing. I'm going to restate a few things from my previous video in case you didn't watch it. Oh jeez, I do this with Petrus every time. Petrus, don't give me that. Yes, thank you. I am going to do a little bit of PvP in this game, or in this playthrough, but not very much. Oh, I need a lot
Come
more free
again?
heal. Okay. Yeah, so I'm online right now, so I figure it could be fun to start us off with a little PvP, but what's gonna happen is they're gonna kill me, and I'm gonna look really sad and pathetic, and then I'm gonna turn it off, basically, because I am not very good at PvP in most games. The only games I was, like, decent at it was, well, Dark Souls 2, I can hold my own pretty well, and then, in not Dark Souls, Halo, kind of. Oddly, like, I'm really only decent in Halo 5, I think. Like, it's overkill on the buttons for that one for sure, but for whatever reason, I could jive with that. But yeah, I'm mostly a PvE person. That's what this playthrough is going to be about. That's what I'm most excited about. And like I said, I mean, I do like invasions. Ooh! Okay, he scared the shit out of me. His eyes are, like, really glowing. Oh. Look at that guy. He just saw, like, an undead, like, naked woman just leap over his head. How would you feel if that happened? You'd probably be like, what? I love the secret here. It's just like it blends in so well, and you're just like, oh, I guess did I really? Okay, so it looks like I'm starting, but no, I'm not quite starting yet. Ah, like I said, prepare for some bad playing, or maybe some expert playing. Alright, come on. Come on. Ah, much too late. Oh, his buddy's hitting him with fire. That's awesome. Your friend's trying to kill you. Ooh, I feel slippery. It's gonna have to take a while. I mean, I'm used to the game being really stuttery. I'm killing these guys because to run past them is not very smart. It's better just to fight through them multiple times if you have to. And also, it would be handy to grind for the equipment that I need. I'm not supposed to start in with no armor. I'm actually... He just got rolled into the air. Oh my god. Who died here? Oh, just picked a bad time. New player, I guess. Smash the rat. Poison ahead, I guess. But yeah, I need to get the hollow soldier, just some hollow soldier armor. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Then I need a shield, and I'll need a sword. This run's gonna be tough because I'm supposed to play with medium roll, because I figured that was more standard than the fast roll. But I'm used to the fast roll, so this could be... sorry. This is a habit. I know there's nothing there. Gotta get to that merchant. Hopefully, I feel like I'm gonna get invaded, like, before I even get to him, but we'll see. Ooh. That was awesome. Oh! We leaped into the air together. Oh, jeez, look at that. He's got some range. Easy stuff. Ooh. Close call. Ah. So annoying. Alright. I'm gonna light this just because... Well, you know what? I'm not going to. We're gonna do this the right way. Get out of here. Whoa. I feel like I can see a lot more. I don't know why. It's kind of a dumb comment, but... I have to kill that guy first because he makes me paranoid. I totally knew he was there on the first playthrough, by the way. I'm probably going to say that a lot and sound really cocky, but I am honest about the PvP. Like, I'm really bad. I mean that. But when it comes to the PvE stuff, I totally knew there was a guy there. I was like, what? Come on.
Well, now, you seem to have your wits about you. I try.
Get those things at some point. The short sword, that's what we're starting with. Alright. And... East-west shield, that's also what we're starting with. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna have to make a trip back to him for other equipment, but... Technically, we are supposed to have... oh, hell, we'll pick that up now. It's cheap. And, you know what, I will... Yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna spend it now. Simply because, yeah. Got our equipment. Perfect. We just need to get our armor, and then we'll be ready to play. We're supposed to have a heal spell at this point. Or we won't, or no. I have to check our level. What's our level? Level 6. Okay, so no, we don't learn heal until level 9. Okay. But oh yeah, so we do know it because we killed the Asylum demon. Oh, that's right. I gotta level up. I didn't do that. It might be a little wonky getting this started, just because it's new. I might as well pick these up. In your boat. Okay, I'm not gonna fight those other guys because what I really need is to farm these guys for some armor, but I don't think I'm gonna get it. You know, yeah, I think I'm just gonna continue. Oh! Okay, where did he come from? Random... Ooh. Oh, wonderful. I knew that. What was I doing? No idea where he came from. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to consider this the start of the playthrough simply because grinding for their armor, not these guys, but the hollow soldier, hollow warrior stuff. Ah! Well, now that you kicked them to death, ease them. Man. I mean, I'm sure I'll pick it up at some point. Means I really should use that humanity. So I'll do that. I'll use my humanity. I'll go back to Firelink. And then, we'll see if what we can do with that. We'll see if we can pick up some armor. Okay. Oh, dang it. I need to go back, didn't I? Probably not even worth it. I don't quite remember, though. Hey, free souls. Also, it may not look like it now, but this run is going to be concerned with fashion. Absolutely a concern. There we go. Nope, that was terribly important. We need those to level up our equipment. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's why I'm not getting invaded. I'm undead, that's right. Trying to get a view of the skybox there. I have to. I'm sorry. Ooh. Okay. You know, I've never used the short sword or the east-west shield. I mean, I guess the east-west shield goes without saying because it's not very good at all. But the short sword... Come on, somebody drop some armor or something. Yeah, I never used the short sword either. Ugh. Terrible. Oh. There you go. Oh, great. Just what I wanted. The one thing I'm not going to wear in this playthrough is friggin' helmets. I feel like there's one set of armor I'm going to wear that's going to have a helmet, but I don't remember which one. Yeah, that's a ring we'll be able to use at one point. Ugh. Gotta do it with lots and lots of vigor. Good luck. Now that I'm out of bonfire, I may use a humanity. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I can only level up twice, so I need to level up one more time. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of farming off screen against these hollows and see if I can't get a little bit of armor. And then when I have enough souls to level up 3 times, oh, I guess it's going to take a moment. Forget it. Let's just give it a go right now. See if they'll drop anything. Thought maybe I'd cut it there, but yeah, like if you want to just jump to the next video, go ahead, which is me saying there's nothing left interesting to happen in the video, so you should move on, which probably means the most interesting thing out of the whole video is just about to happen. Ah, I usually get that one. Ooh. We're getting really bad luck with drops on these guys. Take that. Yeah. This is taking a while. They're not dropping anything. If I use more humanity, I feel like I should save it. Yeah, I think I'm going to save it because it's really up to me. Okay, let's do... No, you know what? I will farm, sorry. After having like made so many decisions about like what the build is going to look like and how many level up points you get and what the spells are going to be as you level up and so on and so forth, I'm just kind of like brain dead and actually playing it. Let's just use one more of these. And I'm going to do a little bit of farming. And then I'm just going to get my soul count up so I can level up a couple times. And then I can also get the heal miracle because we will unlock that at level 9. And in the next part, we're going to do the Forest Castle stage, which is going to include the Taurus Demon, the Moonlight Butterflies, and we'll cap it off with the Gargoyle fight, if I'm not mistaken. So I will see you all next time.